Hi, and welcome back to Align with Ali. I am going to bring you a Pilates reformer workout with the Pilates ball or a small squishy ball of any sort. You could really use any ball just as long as it's not too big. This class will focus on a lot of inner thighs, glutes, a lot of core. So all you'll need is yourself, your ball, and then your reformer. So to get started, we are going to start on 2 red springs, or you can do 2 red and 1 blue for more support. I'm going to have my platform extender close by. We may or may not use it throughout class. So I'm going to be on 2 red springs. Remember to adjust your stopper accordingly depending on how long your legs are. You want to make sure your bar is all the way up. And again, if you want more support, you add that blue or you add that white spring. I'm going to have my headrest up because I don't have any neck issues. And then I am going to lay on down. You can take the ball and just place it off to your side. We're going to start with a very quick warm up of the legs, and then we will get right into it. If you want, you can always start off classes with a little bit more footwork. If we don't do any footwork in class, that's a really great way to warm up the legs, the ankles, the hips, and your breath. So you're going to take a deep inhale to start and just slowly pressing that carriage all the way out and then bringing it back in. If you're on 2 red, this might feel lighter, and that's okay. If you're on 2 red and a blue or heavier, it'll feel a little bit heavier. Just warming up those legs, the toes, the ankles, the knees. Giving yourself this opportunity to relax your jaw, unclench your glutes, let your chest fall open. Warming up with your breath, inhaling through your nose, feeling your ribs expand into that 360 breath, and exhaling through your mouth. Going at a nice, slow, comfortable pace here. You're going to press away, you're going to pause at the top. You're going to begin to press away into a calf raise, lifting up those heels as high as you can and slowly dropping the heels under the bar. Good. Lifting those heels, standing on your tippy toes, and then lowering them down. Try not to lock out through your knees as best you can. And going at a comfortable pace here. Enjoying that stretch at the bottom as long as you need to. Good, and then you can start pedaling the feet. So one heel drops, the other knee bends. You stand tall, and then you switch. You stand tall, and then you switch. And just going back and forth. Good, 1 more each side. Good, and then bending both knees to come on down. You are gonna grab that ball, hopefully it didn't trail too far away. You're gonna place it between your knees, heels on the bar or arches, whatever you feel more comfortable doing. Hands by your side for support. If you have neck issues, make sure that headrest is down. You're gonna pull in through abdominals. You're gonna either roll up or press up into your bridge and squeeze that ball with your knees. And then come on down. Big exhale as you lift up, tuck the tailbone. Think about knitting those ribs in towards midline. Keep the chest wide, and then come on down. Your goal is to keep the carriage as still as you can. If you feel any discomfort in your low back, you know what to do. You tuck that tailbone or you don't lift as high. Or you add more springs. If you feel like you can't control that carriage, feels a little bit too much for you, just add springs until you find good support. Good, really squeezing that ball to feel those inner thighs. Hands can be down by your side, or if you want less support, they can come up to the ceiling. You choose whatever feels good for you today. If you don't have a ball at home, you could always use like a pillow and just fold it in half. Decorative pillow from the couch, maybe a dog toy, child's toy. I've seen people use a soccer ball. Good. The next time you come into that bridge, you're gonna hold You're gonna press away. Good. You're gonna come back in and then lower on down. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, squeeze abdominals, squeeze the ball. Press that carriage out as far as you feel comfortable. And then lower back down. Good. Keep going here at your own pace. I already feel my inner thighs burning and my hamstrings. Big exhale. Good, you're gonna inhale, press at the top, you're gonna hold, you're gonna press forward and back for 10, for 9, for 8, 7, for 6, last 5, last 4, keep squeezing, last 3, it burns, last 2, and last 1. Good, lower the bum down, bring those knees into your chest, sway them side to side. That was really hard. We're not quite done with the bridging. We are going to be going into a bit of a single leg sequence. So if you felt like 2 red springs was a little bit too light for you, you can add that blue spring or even a white spring or a yellow spring, whatever your machine has. So one leg is going to come onto the bar. We're going to start with the ball under or behind, the left leg. It will hold the tabletop position and you're going to squeeze that ball. From here, you come up into a single leg bridge. You come down, you pause, you grab the ball, you nod the chin to your throat, you ab curl, reach those legs long. You're gonna switch the legs and move that ball. It's gonna go underneath your right leg. Hands by your side, you press single leg bridge, other leg. You come down, you pause, you ab curl, switch legs. Kind of like you're doing a scissor kick motion with your legs. And as you're doing that, you're weaving the ball to the next side. Going at your own pace. Lots of energy through the feet. Lots of weight distributed through the backs of the shoulder blades and the shoulders. That will help a lot. Of course, engage your abdominals. Use your hands for support. Again, you could take your hands off if you feel really strong and comfortable to do that. I still need my hands here. Feels the best for my low back. Lets me get the most through my glutes and my hamstrings because I do always struggle with bridges. Good job. We've got one more each leg and then we continue with the ab curl part of this exercise. So the next time, or after you finish your last leg each side, you're gonna go back into reaching for the ball. We stay lifted, we just pass that ball between the legs as we come into that scissor kind of motion. Switching legs, we scoop right off those shoulder blades, chin is nodding towards our throat. We go for 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we can come on down. We are going to switch positions. You can take the ball and just place it off to the side for now, but we will be coming back to it. And we're going to stick with 2 red springs. We're going to do a side lying leg series. And then eventually we'll come into some arm work using the ball. If you want, you could take the ball and place it underneath your rib cage for support. If you don't feel like you need that, you can just place it off to the side. So 2 red springs, bottom leg is just gonna stay supported and bent, and your top foot is gonna be on the bar, trying to stay as elongated as possible through that top waist. If your headrest is up like mine, you might wanna put it down. And then when you're ready, knee stays at hip height, we press. And again, if you want this to be heavier, you make it heavier. If you want it to be lighter, you take the opportunity to do so. Hands supporting you on that carriage, still engaging through abdominals, shoulder stack, chest wide. Good, starting to feel this all the way up the back of my leg. If you want, you can even inch your foot forward really to press through that heel, especially if you have any pain in the front of the knee. You might want to bring that heel forward a little bit more. Good, so you're gonna press all the way out. You're gonna come down halfway. Good, press all the way out, come down halfway. Beautiful, we're just doing a lower half the distance. Challenging that glute a little bit more, and you know a pulse is coming. We're gonna pulse in 4, in 3, in 2. Good, we come down, we pulse here for 10. It's gonna burn for 9, for 8, halfway down for 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, last 3, 2, 1. I want you to push all the way out, come all the way back in, letting your foot rest still on that bar, adjusting as needed here. We're just gonna come into a clam. Good, we don't wanna be rotating through that low back at all. This clam is gonna prep us for an external rotation press. So really just burning those glutes out as much as we can today. Good, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Awesome, in 4 more, we're gonna keep that knee up and we're gonna go into our presses in 3, in 2, in 1, we hold, we press. Good, we come down. We're gonna go for 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We come down halfway. We're just going into pulses here for 10, for 9, for 8, for 7, for 6, last 5, last 4, last 3, last 2, last 1. You're gonna push and come all the way back down. From here, we're gonna face the back. We're gonna come into a thigh stretch and a core exercise. Heavier will feel better probably for this one to help you control. If it's too light, you might kind of feel like you're going flying. You're gonna grab right around the straps. We're gonna take the ball with us because why not? Just to engage those inner thighs. Knees up against the shoulder rest, tailbone tucked, hands gripping those straps. So we're twisted. We're gonna open the chest, plug the shoulders into the sockets. Tailbone is tucked, we tip back. Option to extend that collarbone to the ceiling. Keep the chin tucked. Use your abdominals to bring you back. Make sure the shoulders don't get pulled forward. Good, we hinge at the knees. We come forward. Good, hinge at the knees. And come forward. Good. If you feel this one too much in your kneecap, you need to decrease that range of motion. We are okay to feel it in your thigh and your core, but if it is feeling too deep in your kneecap, we don't want that. We don't want to be straining any ligaments or tendons. Good, keeping that chest as wide as possible. And again, if you want, you can add a little arc or extension. Tuck the chin first, and then come back up. You're doing 3 more. Last 2. And last one. Perfect. We are gonna come down before we hit the other side. And again, the ball can just sit here. For the sake of flow, we are just gonna come into a nice slow row. So pulling with the straps, holding for a moment or so, and then releasing. Good, you're gonna pull and squeeze, and then release. Really squeezing those shoulder blades. Slow release. We're gonna go for 12. This is 4, I think. Good, this is 5. Halfway there. 7. 8. Really slow on that release, really slow on that pull. 9. Keep those elbows into the ribs. 10. 11. And 12. Awesome job. We are gonna go to the other side. If you switch your springs, just make sure you switch back. We are gonna be laying on the opposite side for that leg work. My apologies for turning my back to you. We are gonna start with that top leg. Again, you can bring that heel forward, but we got our leg at knee and hip height. So we got our knee at hip height, and we're just gonna start with that press. If it feels better to lay completely on your side, that's totally fine. Starting with that full press. Maybe feeling if one leg feels a little bit weaker than the other. Noticing asymmetries is totally common and normal. Good, we're gonna press all the way out. We just come down half the distance now. Full press, half the distance. Awesome job. I'll let you know when that pulse is coming. Again, scoot that foot forward if you feel it in the knee too much. Really drive through the heel to feel those glutes. Good, and 4 more. We pulse in the middle of that range. In 3, in 2, and when we come down, we pulse for 10, for 9, for 8, for 7, for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We push all the way out. We come all the way down. We come into those clamps. We just open and come back to neutral. I got my weaker glute over with first. I hope the same happened for you. If not, I'm so sorry. Good, this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, we're gonna hold open, knee is up, we press. Trying to keep those hips stacked, shoulder stacked, ribs stacked. Knee tracking with second and third toe on that top leg if possible. Keeping your breath fluid. Good. Last 3 or 4, and then we're just going right into that pulse in the middle. In 2, and 1, we come down, we pulse for 10, for 9, knee stays up, for 8, for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, full press out, and come on in. From here, we are gonna work the core a little bit. So I'm gonna recommend a blue spring. Your bar can come down because it may get in the way. Now, if you wanted to make this exercise harder, you would just be doing less springs. So I'm on 1 medium spring. You can go to a light. You could do no springs. I won't be doing that. From here, again, I'm gonna say ball is optional, but this is a ball themed class, so ball's gonna go between the knees. You can go on hands or forearms. Sometimes I like to start on hands and I end up on my forearms. It just depends on how my wrists are feeling. Something I need to work towards, so I'm gonna try and push through here. squeezing that ball, toes are tucked under. You're nice and supported. You're not sinking through like this. You want to push that platform extender away. Feel like your shoulder blades are pushing away like they're two glass doors or two sliding doors. From here, looking straight down, deep inhale, big exhale, hover those knees. Good. And then tap that ball down or rest your knees down, whatever feels good for you to start. We're just going to start with a little hover. I'm going to give you a few options to progress to. Maybe you choose one for a bit and then go to another. Maybe you choose none of them. Really just depends on how you're feeling. Good. Okay, you can either keep going like this or you can add a little twist each side and then come down. So that's option one. Up, little turn, and down. And your feet will feel like they're slipping a bit, but just do the best you can. Up, little turn, or you're just doing up and down. Good, my hands are getting sore. I'm coming right onto my forearms, going forward. Now, you're welcome to stay here. You're welcome to stay with your hovers. For these last 5 or 6 reps, you can hover full press, in and down, or you can stay up. So you could hover, you could press, you can tuck in, no rest. Good. You're gonna do 5 or 6 total, whatever you got in you. I'm gonna do 3 more. Last one for me. Can you hold your last plank for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it in. We are gonna give the legs a little break. But we do have a fun lunge series coming up, but we are gonna grab the box. So I'm gonna keep my platform extender on because we will need it. We will be sticking to one blue spring. We are gonna bring the bar up all the way. And if you want, I'm gonna recommend having maybe a pair of weights if you have them close by. If not, that's totally fine, you don't need weights. I will grab a light pair of weights just to show you. But if you don't have any at all, that's fine, you don't need them. So box is gonna go on across like so, and you are gonna be sitting in the middle of it, and you're gonna get your straps ready because they're gonna go in your hands. I also want the ball to sit between your knees. So we have that extra squeeze happening as well while working our arms. I'm gonna reach back for my straps here. Again, I'm on one blue spring because I think that'll be enough. And then taking that ball between the knees, so you just have a little bit of a setup here. Once you're ready, elbows are gonna be bent to start. And then you are going to reach your arms in front of you and then bring it back to a bend. But what you're gonna do is as you press those arms, you're squeezing that ball and then releasing the squeeze as the arms come back in. Perfect, the squeeze, reach those arms and release. Really connecting with those deep abdominal muscles with every squeeze of that ball. It just helps accentuate that activation, especially if it's something you might struggle with. Awesome job. Keep that breath guiding you. When things feel hard, bring it back to your breathing. Good, and 3 more, we hold the arms out. And 2. On this last one, you're gonna reach, you're gonna hold, you're gonna come into a hug of the tree. Same thing, as your arms release, you release that ball, squeeze, bring it in. This one always burns so much more. Give me 4 or 5 more. Mainly because I've lost count. I don't think I'd be a Pilates instructor if I knew how to count properly. Last 2. Last one. And then straps can drop behind you nice and gently. We are gonna go into our lunge series with or without weights. We'll do a bit of core, we'll do the other side for lunging, and then we'll probably finish off with some hands and feet and straps. So I'm gonna grab some weights. Again, you don't need them. If you have them, just place them on your extender. This ball is coming with us. It's gonna make sure that no one is cheating. It's gonna make sure that we have optimal form. I'm gonna place weights in the box now. I'm gonna start with my left foot forward, ball going between my shin and the bar. You are welcome to change your springs if a blue feels too light. If you want to add a white or go to a red, you may do that. If you want to make this even lighter, you can do that too. Just be safe about it. My right heel is against the box. My weights are just in my hands. We're going into a long lunge to start. So just nice and long, weights just stay by the sides, and then standing tall. I want you to find something to focus on. Again, of course, engaging abdominals, flowing with your breath, but always finding something to focus on. That concentration piece of Pilates, that control piece. Again, if you don't have weights, arms are just on your hips or by your sides, across your chest, totally whatever you want. If you had like a Pilates ring, you could just hold the ring with both hands. I am gonna add on some arms. So if you have weights or without weights, do it with if you have them or if you don't. The idea is that we hold that lunge a little bit longer. We curl, we press, we bring the arms down, and then we stand tall. So you're in that lunge for a little bit longer. And then we get to work the arms. I'm using 3s. I feel like I could use a little bit heavier weight, but you know what? Right now, this is fine. You choose a weight that feels good for you, but something that challenges you too. Keeping those hips square and in front of you, getting as low as you feel comfortable. Legs are burning. Good. On this next one, we are holding down. From here, we just go for overhead press for 8. For 7, get a little bit lower for 6. For 5. For 4. Last 3. Last 2, we're not quite done yet. Last 1, arms come down. We hammer curl, bicep curl, bring that back leg in for 10. Heavy on that forward leg for 9. For 8, it's gonna burn. You can do it. You've done harder things for 7. Keep that breath flowing, let it guide you for 6. Last 5. Last 4. So close. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. You're gonna stand tall. You're gonna rotate to your right the way that your hips wanna open naturally. Weight's just still in my hand. The ball is between my left shin, calf area, side of my leg, and the bar, again, to make sure that we don't cheat. My right foot is gonna be ball of the foot. We're just gonna do 10 here. Option to have arms coming in a lateral raise or not, weight or without weight. We just reach that right leg long for 10. We stand tall. We don't bend that right leg for 9. We bend the left leg only for 8. For 7. Stick that butt back for 6. Reach that leg long for 5. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. We stand tall. We drop the weights. We keep the ball with us. And we are gonna stay forward for some planking. I have a few options for you here, as always. Option 1, again, you could always change your springs if a blue is too light or a medium is too light. But first option is feet on the carriage, always. And from here, balls between the knees. You can send the carriage out. You could tuck the knees in, or if you prefer, you could even do a little pike in. I'm fine with that. Option 2, and if you're gonna do this option, maybe do 5 per side so you keep it even. 1 foot on the box, 1 foot on the carriage if you're working towards both feet on the box. This is a really nice option if you're working towards that. So a staggered stance. So if you're doing that, again, do 5 or 6 per side. We'll do about 10 to 12 total, whatever you're feeling. Option 3, both feet on the box. Again, you could do tuck, you could do pike. Good, give me 10 more wherever you are. 9, shoulders over wrists, looking straight down. 8, 7. Find a focus point. Last 5. If you want to add a push-up in, you can. Last 4. For 3. You're almost there. For 2. And last one. Can you hold this last one for 10? For 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And bring it in. From here, we have our other side. So my right foot is going to be on that platform extender and my left foot on the carriage. I'm going to grab my weights and get them ready. Remember, try and go as low as you can. Weights just start by your side. This is my more unbalanced side, so hopefully this goes okay. We go down, oops, for 1. So just finding that control and that balance. I'm gonna go a bit slower on this side because like I said, this is my weaker side, my more unsteady side. Remember, control and form over reps, always. Getting extra heavy in the heel, but still being heavy through toes, ball of the foot. Good, we're gonna hold down. We add bicep curl to overhead press, and we stand tall. Getting as low as you possibly can. I always encourage you, if you're counting and you're good at counting, always make sure you do even reps per side. This side's already burning. Good, the next time we go down, we hold. We're overhead pressing for 8. For 7, for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms come down, we're not done yet. We bicep curl in. We pull that back leg in for 10. We got this for 9. This one's really burning. For 8, I'm here with you. Last 7, get a little lower if you can. For 6, I don't know if I can, Ellie. For 5, good, last 4, keep the chest wide if you can. For 3, for 2, last 1. Bring it in. Oh, shake out that butt cheek. That one was way harder. I'm gonna be facing you now. You're opening to the direction that your hips are opening if you were facing a different way than I am. We are going into that right leg bend, left leg extension for 10, 9, 10. Give me 5 more. Sinking back into the right hip as much as you can. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. You can take that ball, place it off to the side, and take your weights off to the side as well. We're going to take the box off. We will be using the ball again, so keep it close by, but the box can come off. Now is a good time to take a sip of water if you need one. Platform extender can also come off. And then we are going to go to 1 red spring. We're going to do a little bit of single arm work, and then we'll add the blue one and finish with feet and straps. So on 1 red spring, we're doing some single arm work. We're going to start with the left arm, left strap. Ball is going to be in the right hand. Legs in tabletop. Headrest up for me. Left hand and strap, right hand connected to the right knee with the ball. So we had a little press. We just come into a single arm arc and we bring that arm back over the shoulder. So just getting used to this, trying your best to stay as weighted equally through your hips and your legs and your shoulders, because that strap's going to want to pull you. When you're ready, as you pull the arm, you're going to reach your left leg long, your right leg up to the ceiling, roll that ball up, adding a little ab curl, and then coming back down. So we curl, we reach one leg down and one leg up. Ball helps initiate that curl here, and we come down. Good, we're going for 6 more, so 8 total. Go at your own pace. If the ball escapes, it's okay, just do it without the ball. Last 4, 3, 2, last one, really reach, and then come on down. We are going to reach back for that second strap if we can find it. Perfect, without getting twisted. Just going right into the other side, then we'll tack on that blue. We'll finish off with feet and straps, as most of us like to do. So strap is in our right hand now, left hand pushing against the ball, just starting with that arm arc. Pulling from under those armpit muscles, adding a little squeeze if you can into the ball. Good, on this next one, adding the ab curl, the reach up, the reach away. So right arm and right leg reach down towards the floor, left hand, left arm reach up towards the ceiling. Good, we do 8 total of these, so 6 more. Good, I believe we got 3 more. Just kind of zoned out there. Last 2. Last one. And then coming on down. You can finally get rid of that ball. Just coming up really quickly. Putting on that blue. If you want to go heavier, you can go heavier. And then reaching for the straps behind you. You can use this time and do what you wish with feet and straps. I will give you some guidance and suggestions. But ultimately, it's your time for your cool down. I always like to start with some frogs or some presses. So you could do parallel feet, toes up to the ceiling. You could do a little press here. Sometimes what I like to do is I'll do like 5 to 10 with my feet pointing up, my feet externally rotated, and then my feet internally rotated. So you could do a mix of both. You could like combine them right away where you do one of each. but starting with some kind of press. Good. I then like to go in some leg arcs, making sure the bum doesn't lift, adding a little bend in my knee because I hyperextend, pushing down from the back of the legs and the thighs. Again, you can play around with your hip and foot placement. You can rotate out in that first position. You can even rotate in for internal rotation. Again, you could do a mix of all three. You're welcome to go into leg circles. And you can reverse those circles. Good. And then bringing your legs straight up, using the straps to help ease into a nice hamstring stretch. You can use the straps to strengthen the stretch or support it. If it feels comfortable and your back feels okay, you can let your bum lift a little bit. You're welcome to come into a happy baby. Try and ground the hips and the pelvis for that one. You can reach one leg long to the side. You can switch side to side. You're welcome to come into a butterfly. And just focusing on that 360 breathing. Good, one more. And then gently slipping your feet out of the straps and coming on up. Thank you so much for joining me for another reformer workout. That one was a spicy one. Felt really good to move again because it's been a few weeks. So thank you for joining me, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. It means the world and keeps me motivated to keep making more videos for you.